Hello.
Okay. So I know there's a good chance if you're watching this part, you're catching the replay because generally nobody's on right when we go live. So if you're watching us live, comment replay. That way your stylist can come back and say hi to you.
Yes.
Oh, I know what we should have them do, Rayan.
What?
Comment where you're watching from because this
Oh, yeah.
event is always coast to coast. Our team is coast to coast, and it's so fun to see. So Rayanne and I are actually both here in Kansas. We're right in the middle, but we have ladies on our team in Florida and California. I mean, like Oregon, Mississippi, all over the place. So tell us where you're watching from and maybe tag your stylist in the comments.
Definitely tag your stylist.
And while you're just jumping on, what should we tell them, Rand? Is there any big news we should tell them?
Well,
I know. There's if you're here because you're actually curious about the business, you actually get an extra $100 in your kit right now. That I think gets good for one more week. So that's some news. That's some scoop. Oh, I see people popping on. Yes, keep tagging your stylists.
Yes.
Well, and while you guys are doing that, let me just say, my name's Carolyn. I've been with Park Lane for 4 years. I'm a sales vice president, and I'm super excited to have Rayanne Flickinger. She is a senior division leader, and she's like my BFF. And she and I joined Park Lane within weeks of each other, and we have had so much fun doing this together. And what I appreciate about her so much and what I've loved watching in her, she's been in direct sales for over 20 years, like I have. She also came from another jewelry company like I did. And I've watched her be able to be so present with her family. She has grandkids, some close, some far away. She gets to go see them, have them over. She's been able to help care for other people in her family. And, working this with her fun little jewelry business. She's built an amazing team and she's an amazing coach for the girls on her team. And I just love watching how great she is with people. So Rayanne, what are you excited about right now with everything that's going on with Park Lane and your business and your family?
I truly, just like you said, I truly appreciate the affordability and flexibility that Park Lane allows me to do. If I had a traditional job, I wouldn't be able to go and see the grandkids, maybe even when they're sick and they just need Nano to come and babysit for that day or a couple days. I wouldn't have been able to take off and take care of my dad when he was going through his last journey. So I truly appreciate the affordability and flexibility, but I truly love doing this with friends. And like Carolyn and I, we have so much fun doing this.
We do
team mega events a lot. And yes, there's nothing like the camaraderie that you have with girls that lift you up. You're not competing with anybody, and you're truly have a lot of cheerleaders. That the recognition that you get with Park Lane is amazing.
That is so true.
So, Carolyn, I wonder, I've got about 4 questions that I want to ask you.
Okay.
And one of them is, well, why should anybody take a look at direct sales right now? I mean, why isn't it a benefit other than things that we just talked about?
Yeah, I know. Like we can totally get ahead of ourselves and like tell you all the good stuff and then be like, wait, we're supposed to have like a plan here. So I love direct sales. Well, first of all, I mean, don't we all feel like sometimes there's a little more month at the end of our money? And oftentimes people, when they want to add to their income or their resources, they think about going and getting a second job. And when you go to get some sort of a second job, that usually comes with a second boss and a second schedule. And what we really, type busy in the comments if you would say you are busy, because I feel like probably 99% of women that I meet are busy. And the last thing I need is another like job, another person telling me that I have to be somewhere at a certain time, that I can't go on vacation when I want to go on vacation. So what I love the most about direct sales is that you can add something to your already busy plate and be able to make that extra income. So, I haven't really shared much of my story. I was with another jewelry company like Rayanne was for 18 years, and I was able to stay home with my kids when they were little. I was able to work it around. I was not a homeschool mom. No, bless homeschool moms. That was not me. I was a room mom, a room mother for school 1 year. And I was like, that's enough. But I was able to do that. I was able to go on all the field trips. I was able to, when my first husband actually passed away when I was 30, and I'm remarried now and life is wonderful, but I was still able to sell jewelry and be present with my kids. When they got older, I was able to go to all the sporting events. I was able to go to the travel swim meets. And then when they were actually in high school, I had so much free time. I actually took a full-time job for 3 years. I worked a full-time job because nobody was here in the house during the day anyways. So I did that, and I was able to work my little jewelry side hustle along with a full-time job and still go to all the school stuff. So I loved that. But the flexibility and the finances are just my favorite thing. So fast forward when we switched to Park Lane. So our previous company closed during the pandemic, and I thought I was going to be done with direct sales, but we learned about Park Lane. We came over here and things started going so well. And even though I was working it from my full-time job, which let's be honest, sometimes I did a better job while I was working full-time because I had to fit it into a small space of time. When I'm home all day, I can take all day to do the same amount of tasks that I used to do when I worked full time.
I totally understand that one.
Yes, it's so true. But I was able to quit that full-time job and earn more income doing this than working there as a job cost payroll specialist. So it's so nice that you can do it for a little extra money, or you can do it for a lot of extra money, and you get to set your own schedule. So I would say that's my favorite thing about direct sales.
I totally agree, because I lost, when my daughter went into middle school, I missed out on all of her games because I was in management and at the corporate world, and I didn't. So I left shortly after that, and I came into the direct sales realm. So I love that. So, okay. So direct sales is a good thing. It's easy way to, it's a way to make money on your time. I love that. Why jewelry direct sales?
It's so funny. Don't you ever just think God's funny sometimes?
Mm-hmm.
Because when I first started selling jewelry, I did not even wear jewelry. And so if you're here tonight, I know many of you are here maybe because you want to win a free necklace. So we all like jewelry. If you're looking at this though as a business, maybe you might be looking at multiple companies or multiple types of businesses. I can't talk. The thing about jewelry is that it is a visual product. So I'm wearing our Winona necklace. I'm wearing our Chantel earrings. I get complimented all the time when I'm out and about wearing my jewelry, and I meet people that way. But you also want to consider when you're looking to be a direct seller of any kind of product, is it something that is seasonal? Is it year round? Is it something that most people use? And I would say, yes. Jewelry is something that most women wear, even women that I run into that say, I just don't really wear that much jewelry. Sometimes they become my best customers because I show them how easy it is to put jewelry on with a solid colored shirt. And oftentimes I'm just wearing a t-shirt and the jewelry, and it makes us feel better. It's a confidence booster. And from the sales perspective, when you're selling jewelry, I don't have to convince anyone to stop wearing their brand of jewelry. If they already have fine pieces or they love their Kendra Scott stuff, they don't have to quit wearing their jewelry to start wearing our jewelry. Our jewelry layers in beautifully with what they already have. And even if they're not a personal. Where do you find this, Rayanne? Even if they don't wear jewelry, they still have gifts to buy, right?
Absolutely. And what better gift than a piece of jewelry?
Yes, it's so true. Studies show that every year jewelry is either the number one or the number two gift item in the world. And sometimes you may think that only happens at Christmas. No, gift giving happens all year long. We have birthdays 365 days of the year. We have Mother's Day and anniversaries and just because gifts and teacher appreciation gifts. And the easiest gift to give is a bracelet or a pair of earrings because that always fits. So when you sell a product like jewelry, you're able to always help people update their wardrobe and you're able to always be current. So I love makeup. I have friends that sell makeup. I buy makeup, but I typically only buy makeup when I need makeup. Like when I run out of mascara. Nobody's getting rich off of my makeup purchases because I don't need that much makeup. But you better bet when they dropped this trillion necklace the other day, I don't even know if it's still available, but when they dropped this trillion necklace the other day for $22 with any purchase, I got necklaces all over the place. I had to have it. I had to have it.
I did too.
So I don't know. You guys can check the website. If it's still available, you might want to snag one. $22 with any purchase. But jewelry is so fun because we're always wanting to update our look. It's like we're never going to be like, I'm done buying clothes. We're always going to want more clothes. And the best way to update your wardrobe is with your jewelry. So we always have a reason to show our product and people always are going to want more because fashion changes, styles change, and we can help them stay current with our pieces. So that's why I like jewelry.
Yes.
Did I leave anything out that you think? What's your favorite thing?
The only thing that I would say is that I love all those things, but also I love our jewelry because we have all kinds of jewelry. It's not just one little niche. We have the delicates, the bolds, we have all of it. And so that really applies to a lot of people that, we are able to reach out to. So, okay. So jewelry, we get that. Why Park Lane jewelry?
Well, what you just said, you hit the nail on the head. We have all types. We have dainty delicates. We have career wear. We have so many designer inspired pieces. I'm going to show you guys something real quick. I wasn't going to show it till later, but look, here's our Lana with the leopard print. This little quatrefoil design is a very high-end look.
There's a blanket.
It does go with your blanket. There's a very popular, put an L in the comments or type Lana if you guys own at least one Lana set.
Yes.
Because this is such a high-end look right now. And ours is affordable. If you were to go to the actual original designer of that, I want to say their pieces are like $4,000 for the earrings. Ours are $30,000. You can choose.
You're true.
But why Park Lane specifically as a company? They have been around since 1955. And I don't know if any of you are sitting there doing some quick math, but that means we're in our 70th year of business. And Arthur and Shirley Levine, who started it, they were a newlywed couple, still teenagers at the time, which still blows my mind. But imagine in the 50s, a woman starting a company where she could actually make money for her family and helping other women do the same thing. So they were truly trailblazers in this industry, and they are still family owned and operated. 3 of their, I think 8 children, 3 of their children purchased the company from them in the early 2000s. Their children now work in the home office. So it is a truly family owned and operated company. And I just heard this today. I was at another meeting and I never heard this before, but back in the beginning when Arthur and Shirley started the company and people even asked Arthur, well, why would people sell your jewelry when they could sell other jewelry? And he said, because I'm going to pay them more. I was like, oh, well, yeah, that kind of does it. And Park Lane does pay us well. We all earn at least 30% commission. You can work your way up to earning 50% commission and you never go backwards. So the things that they do for us here at this company, the no demotions, never losing your title, all the programs, which we'll talk about here in a minute. Actually, no, let me talk about them now. There are 3 types of people that Park Lane totally takes care of. And first of all, our customers, I just showed this Lana set. They can always take advantage of the buy 2, get 4 at half price sale. So they could get Lana for $30, the matching necklace for $34, and then get 4 items at half price. My Chantel earrings could be half price. Rayanne's Queenie earrings. Look at those earrings. I love those earrings. Those could be half price. And they can get up to 4 more expensive items at half price. Plus, they typically, when they spend $90, our customers can get a really expensive item for $35, like my Chateau bracelet. Look at
I'm wearing that.
Great minds think alike. So they can get a really expensive item for $35. So if you're ever shopping on our website, well, first of all, put sale in the comments if you've ever shopped our sale.
Or if you like a good sale.
Right.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people on here are already customers because of this amazing sale. And so if you're ever looking at the website and you see something like a Winona necklace and you think, whew, that's expensive. No, we help you get that for $35. Yeah. So that's one of the things that you get to help your friends do. You get to help them save money with this amazing sale. And from that buy 2, get 4 at half price sale, you make commission off of all of that. Yes. So love that. And what happens when they love a good sale, Rayanne? What do women usually do?
Well, they have to tell their friends. It's the rule. It's the girls' rule. You have to tell your friends. And what if they tell their friends? What happens then, Carolyn?
Well, then oftentimes they decide to host a party. And a party could have, let's see, in the last week, Rayanne, have you hosted a party in person or online? Or
I have one tonight.
You have one tonight. Is it in person or is it virtual?
It's virtual.
It's virtual. So the fun thing about our business is we can do in-person parties like old school at someone's home or at a restaurant. It could be virtual. It could be on Facebook. It could be on Zoom. And when someone invites her friends to shop, she's going to typically they earn $400 to $600 in free and discounted jewelry. Our hostess program is so generous. And Park Lane doesn't even base it off of how much her friends spend. She's going to get free credit for each individual order. And when she hits 10 orders, all the credit doubles to $40 free per order. Even if her friend only spent $26, she's going to get $40 free from that order. So what happens is women come to our events and we always have them make wish lists. I like to use these cute little diamond pens when it's in person because it just makes me happy. But if it's virtual, they're making a wish list and their wish list gets longer and longer and longer. How many of y'all that's happened to? It still happens to me.
Yeah.
And then they decide to host their own party. So the last event that I did in person, I think we got 2 bookings and those were women that I'd never met before. And this is the question that I hear over and over, or the concern. We'll call it a concern. People say, well, I don't know that many people. Did you know that many people, Rayanne?
No.
I didn't know that many people. So when I first started, I had 5 friends that had parties for me. And from my very first party, 2 of her nieces were there and they wanted to get free jewelry. So they booked. So that is how you get out of your circle. It's because Park Lane's hostess program is so generous. So let's say you decide not to do Park Lane. If you're looking at any other brand or company, just make sure that whatever you decide to do has something like this attached to it. Some people call it party plan. Yes. What it basically is it's the company, Park Lane, giving the gifts. And because Park Lane gives our hostesses all that free and half price jewelry, she brings us her friends. And then her friends want to get free and half price jewelry. So should they bring us their friends? And that is how you take your tiny circle and you grow it and you get to meet lots and lots of people. So that is one of my favorite programs that Park Lane has is the hostess program. And then on top of that, it's the stuff that they do for the stylists. So we talked about the customers, the hostesses, the stylists. If you're here listening, there may be, even if you're here just to take advantage of getting in the drawing for the free necklace, there may be some little part in the back of your mind that thinks, I wonder how this works. I wonder if they actually make money. What questions would you be asking yourself, Rayanne?
How much do I have to sell each month?
Oh, that is a really good question. So when you become a stylist with Park Lane, we have no quotas. I already shared earlier that everyone makes 30 to 50% commission, but you could join and sell 3 pairs of earrings a month if you wanted to. I mean, there's no minimums, no quotas. Your website's not going to be marked inactive. You don't pay a monthly website fee. And you can actually get started in Park Lane for as little as $129. And I just want to tell you that up front so you're not sitting there waiting for like the other shoe to drop. There is no other shoe.
Mhm.
When we joined 4 years ago, because since we came from another company, we both came in kind of like, I don't trust these people. And we waited for the other shoe to drop for a while. It never did. So no quotas. We can do fundraisers for nonprofits, and Park Lane donates 50% to those nonprofits. And
do you have to have inventory?
You do not have to have inventory. So I know you can see some of the jewelry that I have back here. When you get started for $129, you get to pick out normally $500 in jewelry, and your website is included for an entire year. And then you earn tons of free jewelry after that. You can be your own hostess as many times as you want. I just closed a party earlier today where I was the hostess, and I was able to earn, I think, $980 in free jewelry from that, which is good because I did an event for my customers this week where I did a bunch of giveaways. And those giveaways don't have to come out of my pocket.
I love that.
I love that.
Yes.
In our previous company, I would, try to run specials, and I was either selling jewelry that I made nothing off of for those specials, or I was going out and buying gifts and things. And at Park Lane, they are so generous with us. We get to be generous with our customers. Like tonight, we're going to be giving away at least one free necklace, possibly more, depending on how many people fill out our little survey after this. Who wants to win a free necklace? Just type free in the comments. Hopefully everybody's saying free. But they are so generous with us. We get to be generous with others. And I don't know if y'all know this, but Rayanne and I are both Mercedes car earners. Do you want to tell them a little bit about that, Rayanne?
Oh my goodness. That was not anything that was even on our radar whatsoever. And about a month and a half, I think, that Carolyn was in, and a little bit a month after that, I think that I was in. I don't even know the timeline anymore. But Park Lane will give you $500 cash if you are a Mercedes car program in the club, if you will, inducted into the club, a month. Or if you drive a white Mercedes, they will give you $700 towards the purchase or lease of that said car. She drives Mercedes.
She drives a Mercedes too.
So we were both took the cash for the first 3 years.
3 years. Yep.
Last January in 24, we both got the car, and we did it within about a week's time of each other. And what a memory we made.
We made it. It was such a good memory. We have the cutest pictures of us in the place with the bows on our 2 matching cars. And you don't even have to get the same Mercedes as us. No. And you could totally be practical and just take the $500 a month cash bonus. And that's what we did. That's one of the things that I love about Park Lane is they will let you do that. And if you love to travel, you can earn 2 luxury travel trips every year. And if you don't love to travel, you can take a cash out option on that also. So they are not, there's a lot of companies that have a lot of rules. They're like, do this. If I didn't go on my other trip in my previous company, I didn't get anything. Yeah. But in Park Lane, if you don't go, they will give you a cash out option. Same with the car. So the generosity here is like limitless. And I could just go on and on and on, but it's just been amazing. And I know we talked about it earlier, but the friendships have been so great. Rayanne and I and the other girls on our team, coast to coast. So even though we live an hour away from each other, we see each other on screen more than we do in person. And we feel like we are in person with our team all the time because we have amazing technology like this.
Yes, it's awesome. And Carolyn and I could have been in the same room doing this together, but we have things to do too tonight. So,
We got shows to close and girls to
right.
help get qualified and
Yes,
so many
absolutely.
different things.
So, why should they join now? Why now with Parkland?
I love that question because a lot of times I hear people say, well, I'm really busy right now, maybe in 6 months or something like that. Well, first of all, right now they get an extra $100 in jewelry. The 129 kit gets them $600 in jewelry instead of 500. We also have a 229 kit where they normally get 1,000. Right now they get 1,100, or the 439 kit where they normally get $2,000 in jewelry. They get $2,100 in jewelry. But I think more importantly, why now is, would you like an extra $500 every month from now until 6 months from now? Or would you rather wait 6 months and then start getting $500 extra a month? And,
Yeah.
it's not like we can promise a certain dollar amount that you're going to make, but I can pretty much promise if you show the jewelry and tell people about Park Lane, you will make money. And,
Yes.
And extra money it comes in so handy. I mean, we could talk about the price of eggs or the price of gas. Gas went up about a week ago. I don't even notice because I just have to put gas in the car. But somebody told me, they were like, "Did you see the price of gas?" No, I don't look. But life's expensive, and when you start a business like this now, not only does it help you financially, I truly believe that we have like the best professional development training. I've
Yeah.
learned how to talk to people better. I'm a better mother, a better friend. I have more friends. So there have been so many benefits that have come from being part of Park Lane that are bigger than money. And so I think now is the time, just because you're going to love hanging out with us. And if you wait 6 months, you're going to be like, oh, why didn't I start back when I first heard about this?
Every single person that I had to wait on, we'll call it that, to decide,
Mm-hmm.
every single one of them have told me, the only regret is I wish I would have started earlier. And so that is because they had these fears that they couldn't do it or whatever. But do we have a program that helps? Or,
We do.
do we just send them out the door by themselves?
That is the thing that I think we do better here at this company, 1,000 times better than we did previously. If you've been a part of any Facebook parties or in-person events, all those graphics that you see used, we have a graphic designer on our team that makes those for us. So you don't have to sign up and learn how to make fancy graphics. We have a very simple onboarding program where a leader, if someone invited you that say she's a brand new stylist, she won't be the one training you. A leader will take you and her by the hand, and we will help launch you. We will help you learn how to cart share and work Facebook. I mean, because we work with people with all different levels of comfort in the digital world or even in the social world. So it's amazing.
We didn't know how to do StreamYard 4 years ago.
No, yeah. This
Or
whole
Zoom.
this side-by-side interview thing, we didn't know how to do that. I had never hosted a Zoom. I had done Facebook Live, but it was a fairly new thing back then. But yeah, you can come in with any level of experience or no experience, and we teach you how to do those things. And then those things help you in other parts of your life. I remember doing stuff for my church, and I was able to be more helpful with my church because I had learned how to post stuff on YouTube or things like that. The things that you learn, and we don't charge you to teach you these things.
No, if you went to a coaching session to get that, it'd be a lot more. Yes, we teach definitely skill sets and confidence. I love the confidence that women tend to grow into with us in Parkline. So
true.
So what do they need to do now?
Well, what you need to do now, if you're thinking, maybe I do want to give this a try. Maybe I do think it would be fun to have my jewelry become a tax deduction. maybe maybe I do think my friends would enjoy me helping them get jewelry for half price. You can literally go to parklanejewelry.com and click join our team and enter your friend's name as your recruiter and leader and sign up. It takes 5 minutes. You don't even have to choose your jewelry tonight. You could just sign up, and that way you claim your extra $100 bonus that they have right now. And then you would have a week to pick out your jewelry, and we would give you guidance with picking out your jewelry. If you want guidance, you may not want guidance. We will help you as much as you want, but you can literally sign up tonight and then talk to the person who invited you and her leader, and we can schedule your launch party for you. Oh, by the way, at your launch party, you get to pretty much sit back and watch. Like you get to be like the hostess, and a leader will do the live, do the posts, whatever type of party you decide to have. You make all the money. You get all the free jewelry from the hostess perks. And when your friends book parties, you get all the bookings. And that is like how you learn. It's like on the job training where you're getting paid really, really well. So I would just message your stylist, say, okay, I want to do this. Oh, and you're also going to want to fill out the survey. I put it in the caption. I'm also going to put it in the comments. But that survey, you're going to need a keyword. What should our keyword be this week, Rayanne? Because the survey is your ticket for the free necklace drawing.
Yeah. Let's see.
What do I want it to be? I thought about making it this necklace, but that's hard to spell. So let's make it 100. Just put the word 100, or you could type 100 when it asks you for the keyword, because right now you get an extra $100 free. So yeah, I think that'll work.
Yeah.
So. All right. Well, we would love to have you on our team.
Absolutely.
And we do so many fun events for our team. We do mega events where we do the fashion show and you just get to invite your friends. We do giveaways. We
also have weekly trainings to help you along the way and give you ideas of what to do even each week with our newsletter that comes out. It's called The Loop. And so we help you decipher what you may or may not want to do for that week with that information. So, and it's all recorded so you can watch it at your leisure. We have a turnkey operation for you ready when you sign up with your stylist.
Yep. All right. Well, Rayanne, thanks for hopping on here with me.
Thanks for inviting me. This has been fun.
I know. I love doing this side by side.
Yeah.
So yeah, super fun. Well, everyone who's watching, make sure you fill out that survey and just come join us. We're having a ton of fun, and we'd have even more fun with you. So
absolutely.
Have a good night, everybody. Bye.